Good morning, everybody, and welcome back for your weekly energy forecast and oracle reading. Sorry there was no video last week. I wasn't feeling it last week. Last week was horrible. Anyway, but here we are. I have such a good feeling about this week. So let's get our coffee, tea, and let's pull this week apart. Okay, let's get right into it. Let's get a tarot card for today's and tomorrow's energy, the beginning of the week. What guidance is here, please? We have the Three of Air. Traditional tarot, it's the Three of Swords. So this card speaks about sorrow, forgiveness, healing. But when I tune into the energy of this feels like a letting go. So this could be a letting go and a clearing out the clutter. So maybe that means we're in the process of letting go of a loved one, a partner, a business, a relationship, a home, whatever we're letting go of. And they're saying this is not negative, by the way. This is not like it's going to come as a shock. This is something that's ongoing for a while. And I'm also hearing letting go of the old you. So this feels like this has been a theme for a while. Letting go of the old, letting go of what no longer serves. But I'm also getting the energy here of forgiveness, and not forgiveness as in what happened was cool, but a forgiveness as in, okay, I surrender and release that person, event, thing. I surrender it and release it. It's no longer matching who I am now. It's no longer serving my highest good. I can bless it, release it, and thank it for the various lessons that I've learned along the way. And then I hear the word soothe. So there's a soothing that comes through with this as well. All right, let's ask for further guidance from the wisdom of the oracle for today and tomorrow. What guidance is here, please, for today and tomorrow? Treasure Island. That's an interesting card to follow on with. All right, the hearts. So on this little turtle's back, there's a treasure chest, and out of there is coming all of these hearts and blessings. Seeing the blessings in our current situation. So as we're working towards new things that we want in our life, our dreams, desires, goals, yes, things might not necessarily have gone according to plan. It might not have brought the happiness that we thought, but there's hidden blessings if we take the time to look. Okay, so let's read out the message of this card just for a little bit more clarity. Please bear with me, I won't be long. It says, you've worked hard and acted upon your unwavering belief in abundance, and suddenly in the midst of it all, you hit the jackpot. You have uncovered the map to buried treasure and tapped the unlimited potential within you. What you must hone now is your ability to recognize when X marks the spot, because some of these golden opportunities may be obvious, but others may not be so readily apparent. Trust your intuition to light your way now as you enter this truly prosperous phase, where all the long, hard work navigating your inner life, okay, is now paying off externally. In all aspects of your life at this time, you have good fortune. Don't forget to enjoy it and share it with others, as treasure shared multiplies like magic. So there's treasure in the heartache, there's treasure in the loss, there's benefits to whatever it is that we've had to release. There's a treasure. Find your treasure. All right, let's ask for further elaboration from the angels and ancestors for the beginning of this week. What guidance and wisdom is here? Set your sights higher. Yes. I love this, because somewhere we were settling. Okay, somewhere we had our heart broken, we were disappointed, we were let down. What we thought would serve didn't, and now about it. We're seeing the treasure, we're seeing the benefits, and now it's time to set our sights higher. It's time to expect more and command more from life. Okay, I'm hearing raise your standards. Raise your standards. So in other words, what you thought would make you happy before is no longer making you happy. So it's time to seek your treasure elsewhere, to seek more treasure elsewhere. Okay. Okay. that's good. All right. What guidance is here now for the middle of the week? How does this evolve as the week moves on? What energetic weather do we have for the middle of the week? We have the 10 of air. You cannot make this up. The 10 of air. Okay. This is endings, recovery, freedom. Okay. So this is the end of a cycle. All right. It's the end. It follows on beautifully from this card. Okay. Now, as we all know, us humans, we don't always like letting go. We know that. I know that, me personally, you know. But now we get to say goodbye. Thank you very much for the lessons. Thank you for the growth. Thank you for the treasure you brought. But now I'm setting my sights higher to something bigger and better for myself. I'm feeling like this has got a lot to do with our physical world. This has got a lot to do with our homes, money, jobs, businesses, the physical, the material. It's got a lot to do with that, okay? So letting go and saying goodbye and embracing the freedom that brings. This entire week, I'm feeling an energy of freedom, liberation, and arising from the ashes, if that makes any sense. They're reminding me full moon. I think full moon is tomorrow, and it's full moon in Sagittarius. Now Sagittarius represents exactly that: freedom, adventure, movement, also rules education and learning and knowledge. But for the most part, I'm feeling this freedom, okay? So they're showing me ritual. So today, look, we can harness the energy of the full moon on the day as in tomorrow, but the energy, we can work with it 3 days before, on the day, and 3 days after. But they're saying this is quite a powerful moon, so the energy will stretch longer. So what you want to do is think about this week actually. What am I letting go of gracefully and gratefully? What am I releasing? What have I learned and gained from it? And where am I setting my sights higher for something better, for something more to come in? Because as we know, the universe does not do a void very well. The universe does not like empty spaces. So as we empty our heart of what no longer serves, there's now empty space, and the universe will come fill it with something better. Yay! I love that. Okay, let's get some guidance on this. Please may we have guidance on the 10 of air for the middle of the week. What wisdom is here for us in the middle of the week? Neutral observer. Okay, so this card means take a step back, because they show me potential drama. So in other words, maybe the people around you might not be enjoying the changes that you're making. They might not be enjoying you moving on. Maybe they're having a tough time letting go of you. Or maybe you're not really feeling so good about letting go of something that you treasured. Take a step back. Be the neutral observer. Like this little fox. He's standing back, and he's got his little telescope and he's observing far away. So be the neutral observer. Do not attach any sort of emotion if you can help it. Take a step back, because the more you step back, the more you can see, the more clear things are. All right, let's get some guidance from the angels and ancestors for the middle of the week. Star ancestor, follow the voice of your soul. Now, when I tune into this energy here, as we are letting go, as we're embracing the new, as we're embracing our freedom, we have to be really true to ourselves in that process, okay? Because lots of people might be saying lots of things. Oh, you shouldn't do this, or you shouldn't do that, or whatever. You've got to listen to the voice of your soul and do what is ultimately good and right for you, not what's good and right for everybody else, okay? Listen to your own truth. All right, let's get some guidance now for Friday and the weekend. What guidance is here? What energetic weather is here for us on Friday and the weekend? The 5 of air. I need another one. This one is really sticking out here. Okay, so these two needed to come together. So the first one is the Five of Air, traditional tarot Five of Swords. And this card means mistakes, melodrama, reassessment. Okay, so what this card means is, when I tune into the energy of it, is you might change your mind about something that you thought you wanted, that you thought you needed, that you thought you were limited to. So as you raise your standards and set your sights higher, you might want to change your mind a couple of times about it, okay? They're showing me, like, for example, buying a car. Like, you might have your sights set on one specific car. It can only be this specific car in this specific color and this specific model. You might change your mind because you might realize some truths about that car that might make you think, oh, well, it's not as good as I thought. So let me reassess, let me raise my standards even higher, and let me look for something better, okay? So that's what that card refers to. Then the one that kind of came out with it is the Queen of Earth, which is the Queen of Pentacles in traditional tarot, and it says gracious, practical, capable. So what this card means is to be practical, to be grounded in your choices and decisions. And I'm hearing no need to rush. You don't need to force anything. You don't need to push anything. You don't have to make any irrational decisions. Take your time and be practical. Go slowly. There's no need to rush. Spirit is saying we've got time. Okay, so let's get some wisdom now of the Oracle to elaborate on that for us. What guidance is here for us for Friday and the weekend? We have to the sea, which means go with the flow, surrender. Remember, the universe is your partner, spirit is your teammate. You don't have to do everything by yourself. You don't even have to make all of these decisions by yourself. Go with the flow. I'm feeling guided to read the message of this. It's card number 7. It says, isn't it wonderful when you feel yourself in the flow of life, when events and conditions seem to engage you in a way that is fluid and effortless? This card reminds you that going with the flow is exactly what you need to do right now. Ride the wave of opportunity formed by perfect conditions. Allow trust and faith to guide you forward as you flow like a river into the sea of life. So go with the flow. There's, as much as you yearning for freedom and movement and change, yes, but you don't need to be hard and fast about your decisions. You may chop and change your mind as the week evolves, okay? Give yourself the time and the space to do that, trusting that the universe has your back and that spirit is your teammate, creator, God, whatever word you want to use, source energy is your partner in all of this. You don't have to do it all on your own. I'm hearing ask for guidance. When you're not sure, ask for guidance and you'll get it. Okay, let's get some further elaboration here from the angels and the ancestors. Shapeshifter, transform and unveil your gifts. So this tells me, they're saying it's not limited to the end of the week. This is the entire week. Again, we are changing, we are evolving, right? And as we change and as we evolve, everything changes. Everything changes, okay? Also, we might, in the process of changing and evolving, discover we had talents that we didn't know that we had. I'm hearing offer yourself more to the world. So in other words, let's say you have a day job, but you also have 2 or 3 other talents that you would love to use and to offer the world. It's time to share that. Whether it's writing a book, painting a picture, starting a little side hustle, whatever it is, it's time to show what you got to the world, okay? And being authentic also comes to mind. All right, very, very interesting. So as we end off always, let's get a card out from the Gateway of Light activation. Let's take a card out for the week in general. And let's ask, what do we need to know? What do we need to be aware of this week? What's going to really be our guide? Stargate heart. Heart chakra opening, unlocking generosity. Isn't the artwork just majestic? Okay, let's read out the interpretation of this card and let's see what it says. Okay, Please hold, your call is very important. Sorry. Oh, below. Okay, here it is. Okay, the card says, your heart space is a sacred space deep within you. For some time, you have protected it with psychic shields that have not only stopped you from being hurt, but also stopped you from feeling love. This gateway appearing shows you that you have finally dropped these shields and are ready to experience love. Universal wisdom wants you to know that this is your divine right. You are a highly empathic and generous soul who has so much to give, and you've been called forth to reveal the deeper and more vulnerable aspects of your being. Divine light beings are surrounding you, holding you, and encouraging you to relax. All the restrictions and blockages of your heart space have now been removed. The worst is behind you, and the world needs you now. How beautiful is that? And how apt, because that's how we're starting the week, right? We're healing our hurts. We're walking away from what no longer serves. We're working on forgiveness of others, of ourselves. We're ending cycles that have no longer served. So in other words, we're basically getting rid of clutter and baggage and shields that have been holding us back from our true potential, from our highest manifestations, from whatever it is that we're wanting to bring into our space. The blockages are being removed, okay? What they're showing me here, and I need to try and explain this properly, is that if we are not experiencing prosperity, love, good health, whatever is our natural state, because our natural state is pure joy. That is our natural state. And that pure joy could be in the form of good health, well-being, loving relationships, prosperity, blah, 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 blah. Okay? If we're not experiencing that, think of yourself like a hose pipe. Okay? When we are clear, the hose pipe is nice and clean inside, we have a clear flow of joy. It is our natural state. If we're not experiencing what we want and what is our birthright and what is our natural state, it means there's a block. So that means the hose pipe somewhere is blocked by something, okay? So our prosperity, our good health, our love, whatever it is being restricted. It's not flowing. And what blocks the flow? Belief, okay? Those are the blocks, is belief. So let's this week examine our beliefs. What do we believe we are worthy of? What do we believe we can have or can't have? Let's examine our beliefs and let us embrace the freedom of realizing what's been blocking us all along, so we can clean out that block, so we connected to source energy, which means the love, the good health, the abundance, the whatever else flows better. We need to clean the hose pipe. I hope that makes sense. But that's how they're showing it to me. And as we know, Spirit love to communicate with analogy, don't they? So let's clean out our hose pipes and let us open up to the flow of what is actually trying to come to us in the first place, which is what our birthright is, right? So there you go, guys. Interesting week yet again. It's interesting every week, isn't it? But I have a feeling that this week is going to be better than last week was. So sending you all so much love. Once again, thank you so much for being here and for sharing this space with me. And I wish you all a great week. Lots of love. Take care and keep well. Bye.